Hello Crafty Friends, this is Jen from Katahdin Crafts, and welcome to the Mystery Digital Stamp Swap. Today I'm collaborating with my friend Carrie Rhoades from carriestamps.com. In this collab with Carrie, we decided to swap digital images. So this is how it worked. We each picked our own digital stamps, then we swapped the info, then we also sent mystery packages to each other for coordinating products. It's always fun to receive some happy mail. The digital stamp that Carrie chose for me was a freebie and a cute little cupcake from Not Too Shabby. I don't have a lot of experience with digital stamps, but I just purchased a new toner printer, so I was super excited to give it a whirl with this swap. And I love the flexibility that you can get with digital stamps. You can make your images any size you need for your project. So I printed the cupcakes out in several different sizes so I could play and figure out exactly what I wanted to use. And Carrie also sent me some cool items in my package, including 3 die cuts from Pink Fresh Studios, Slim Fancy Diagonal Stripes, which she actually just made a really cute Christmas card with this, so I was really excited to get this in the mail. She sent it in 3 different colors, and then some Be Happy stickers from Fun Stamper's Journey sold by Spellbinders, and also some candy drops also from Fun Stamper's Journey. And so right now I'm still playing around with the images. There were so many possibilities that I was a little bit overwhelmed at first. And I end up actually planning out all 3 cards, but I only had time to video the one. But eventually I'm going to get the other 2 done, and I will, do at least a post about it after. Another reason I wanted the toner printer was because of foiling. I've always heard that toner allows the foil to adhere to the paper with a laminator, so I thought that this would be a great project to check it out. So I did some test foiling at first on these larger cupcakes, and then I wanted to see what Copic markers would do with them. And I was pretty excited. It actually did not diminish the shininess in the foil, so I was excited about how that worked with it. So then that gave me more possibilities with the cupcakes. And I wanted the bottom part of the cupcakes, so the cupcake wrappers, to have foil on them. And so what I did is I actually cut the cupcakes, the frosting part off so I could separate it, because I'm just not that clever to get the foil only on the wrapper part. So after playing a bit with the Copic markers and deciding what colors I wanted to use, I went ahead and I decided to do my foiling. So I just cut the foil exactly the size that I needed for the cupcakes, and then I put it between some parchment paper that I had here at the house, and I just run it through my heated laminator. And it worked perfectly. I was wicked excited. It's all nice and shiny, and it didn't overfoil at all. And then I also printed out some of my own sentiments on my toner printer and wanted to check those out to see how they would foil. And again, it worked perfectly. So I was able to come up with my own sayings. In this one, I just decided to be happy and love cupcakes. So I just did the cupcakes and then I foiled that sentiment. And now you can see that I'm using the Copic markers to go ahead and make some colorful wrappers for the cupcakes. And like I said, you can see the foil really, really well in between. And I did very simple coloring with this whole card. I just covered those, and then I did slight shadows on the ripples in the wrappers, but very simple. And then with the cupcakes, I wanted it to have a little bit of dimension, so I used R20 and then R22 just for a few lines for shadowing on all 3. I made them all strawberry cupcakes, or strawberry frosted cupcakes. And what I mean by a toner printer is a laser jet printer, actually. And it's, they use toner rather than the inkjet that I already had in the house. So it's just a little bit different, and it definitely is, it's Copic friendly as well. And that means that you don't have to worry about any ink smearing with the Copic markers. And then I chose to do a bright basil green cardstock for this card. And I had that in my stash, so I cut that to my slim line dimension. And now I'm going to adhere the cupcake frosting back onto the wrappers. And I'm trying to place the stickers the way I want them. I'm just playing with them. It was really simple to get them back up. So every time I put it down, if I needed to scoot it over a little bit, it was easy to get them back off the card. So they were super easy to work with. Let me just take a moment to hope everyone had a fabulous weekend and had some positive thoughts to keep you strong. You know, so much has happened in our world, and all of us are rattled at the same time, and it's definitely very, very overwhelming. And my philosophy is, I'm trying to take things day to day and keep my mind busy. And I've said before the pandemic that that crafting was my therapy. Well, it's really proven true for the last 2 months. I love being able to share my love of crafting with you all too, and it's brought, some very lovely people into my life. And of course, my very special one is my friend Carrie that I'm doing this collaboration with. We've done several collaborations together, and I have loved each one. I really love her support and her friendship that she's offered me, not only now through the global pandemic together, but just in this journey that I'm taking, this crafting journey. She has been a beacon of light, and I really do appreciate her. And I just wanted to take the moment to make sure that she knows that. And anyway, getting back to the card, I did put a little wink of Stella on each of the frosting of the cupcake, just for even more shimmer. And honestly, I fought a little bit with the die cut when I was putting it down, but the glue stuck on my fingers, and I was, kind of saying a few choice words. But I got it down there, and I absolutely do love the die cut. And I also covered the cupcake sentiment with a little yellow Copic marker that matched the other yellow from the cupcake wrapper. And then I finished off each cupcake with a candy drop on top. And I thought that was a perfect finishing touch. And thanks again to Carrie for sending me all the cool, fun items. And I look forward to doing the 2 other cards that I have planned out with the cupcakes and the die cuts as well. And oh, of course, the stickers. And now for what I sent Carrie. I sent a stack of coordinating 6x6 papers that I thought would go really well with these medical images, plus a few die cuts for her to work with and a variety of gems from my stash. For my digital stamp images, I picked Bertie Brown's doctor and nurse images over at the My Favorite Things blog. I love all her images and thought that they would be fitting for the world right now, and they are currently free, the whole bundle of them, until the end of this month. To start my card, I decided to work with the orange and the blue from the stack that I sent Carrie, and then for another experiment, I played around with printing the digital image the sentiment, right directly onto my paper. And then I chose to measure out the inside of the die cut, and then I went ahead and I cut the paper to fit inside the die cut I sent, which is a Newton's Nook Design die cut from their framework set. For the upper part of my card, I chose a coordinating orange that had designs on it. I was looking for kind of like a wallpaper effect, and then I also trimmed that paper down to fit, and then I added just a small little piece of the blue to cover up the seam and to match the back panel of the card. Then I went ahead and adhered that to the back panel and started my coloring. And then, as you can see, the sentiment says, "Nurse is another word for hero." And truly, in the times that we are in right now, they really have been. There's so many people that I know that have stepped up to the plate. They're putting themselves in danger. They're worried about their own families. They also have to teach their own children at home. It's just a lot. My sister-in-law is a nurse, and we had a scare with her, but it turned out that she's doing well, and I hope that she hangs on. My mother-in-law is in the hospice industry, so there's just so much that I always have to worry. And then my best friend, her 2 sisters are both on the front line in Vermont working with COVID-19 patients directly. So, I'm just always thinking of them. And so I'm going to make several of these cards, and I'm going to send them so I can let them know that we do appreciate what they're doing. Everybody, a lot of people are complaining about having to stay home, and I've had my grumbly moments. But you know what? I'm home safe with my kids, and I appreciate that I can do that, and I appreciate knowing that they are out and helping the general public. So anyway, again, I have had a lot of little rants in this video today. I'm sorry, but there's a lot on my mind, and of course, this making a nurse's card puts it all right there. And I thought the card needed just a little something else, so I went ahead and I colored in the medicine bottle that came also with the Birdie Brown sets. I'm not sure which set it actually is in. There's 4 that you can download, and they're loaded with sentiments and also little thermometers and syringes and medication bottles, just medical things. And then I added some dewdrops to finish off the card. Then I added my card panel onto my card base, and it made an A2 size card. And then I decided to pop dot my nurse so she had a little bit of dimension. And that finishes up this card. Now please check out both Not Too Shabby and My Favorite Things for those digital stamps that are both free of charge right now. You get a lot of items with them, and they're really fun to work with. And thanks so much again to Carrie for doing these collaborations with me. I really love them. I appreciate your friendship and all the fun that we have together. I will have the link to her YouTube channel below, so please like and subscribe, and find us both on Instagram. And I appreciate everybody stopping in. Thank you. Stay safe and keep crafting, everyone.